Hi, you're very welcome. And in this video, what we want to look at is a more complex example of how to unpivot. So you can see with a lot of these ones, we've already got a lot of totals, so we're going to need to remove all those. And we also have a lot of ones where we've got wages and we need to do some fill down on those and take out the totals. So let's begin by converting it into a table, insert and then table, which I've done already. And just a reminder again, try and have your dates as far as possible in kind of like date format, even though the table doesn't treat them as such. It's much easier to manage the data if it's done like that already. And then I go up to data, I go to from table range, then load it into my Power Query. All right, so a couple of things I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to do a fill down on this one. Okay, because what I want to do is have, all the way down here. So I just go up here to home and I go to transform and I go fill down on this column. Okay, lovely. The second thing I want to do is that I don't want the totals, any of the totals here. So I go up here to expense category and basically what I do is I say text filters. So I don't only want to keep what does not begin with total. Does not begin with, okay, does not begin with total, and just type in total and then click OK. All right. Now the other thing that I need to do is that if I go right over here to the end, I also had a totals column. All right, so is not there. I think that wasn't picked up. So I need to highlight these two together. So click on this one, and then I go up here to unpivot and I go unpivot other columns. Okay, so that's looking more like it. Now, just to say to you as well that if, for example, I make a mistake on something and think, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that. There's no undo in Power Query. What you'd have to do is you'd have to go unpivoted, for example, here, say, oh, shouldn't have done that. And then I go back here and repeat it. Right? And you have to remember that as you undo things, it kind of, as it rolls back, it could have an impact on things that you've done already. Okay, so just a reminder, and then unpivot other columns. So I need to do the same thing again. Go up here to home and just format this as dates. All right, okay, that one. I'm just going to rename this as well to dates. All right, and then if I go over here to this value, also format that as currency, and I'm going to rename that to amount. Okay. Now, when I come back in here, I can just go back to close and load. This time I'm going to do it slightly differently. I'm going to go to close and load 2. And this time I'm going to, let's say, go to pivot table and click OK. All right, and I'll just resize that a little bit. And let's say I can just maybe put my dates over here. My expense categories down here. And let's say I put my amounts down here. Okay, there you go. Good to go. All right, all the way up to December. Okay, and then if I come back here and let's say I want to update something, I just do my right click, value field settings, number format, change to currency, OK, and OK. Now also to say that if I come back here, let's say to actuals, okay, and let's say I want to change something here. Okay, so let's say I want to change administration to office costs. Change it here. Go back to sheet 2. Right click and refresh. Okay, let me just see there. See there, it's changed it to. Okay, and just might do this and right click and refresh this one.